Hello everyone. To say hello to everyone come from every part of the world. Bonjour, bon après-midi, bonsoir, and おはようございます。こんにちは、こんばんは、皆さん。友達と恋人にります。今日はもう寂しいです。熱いスープを飲みましょう。Maxi pour virtual surgeon juicy crystal juice watermelon. Okay, I think today must be very, very special. Actually, if you have observed my weekend's videos, you will discover this episode is the third videos about the politics. So why I choose the topic, the politic, and continuously record the videos about this because this time current coverage of the book I use now the current coverage is just talking about the history of the politics. So that is a little bit long. And actually, after reading the whole book, so why the history is so important in the politic? Because the politic is produced by all the things happened in the time go swiftly. So the history is just the procedure, the process of the forming in the politic. So why I want to use many episodes to talk about the history. And the very important two sides. One is the Eastern world, one is the Western world. So we cannot irreplaceable that the first democratic concept is discovered in the Western world. Actually, in the Eastern world, we have ever had a relation in the governing of on a state or country. If you are a Chinese person, just like me, we all also read the history when we were students in a very ancient time. Here is the two emperors in the Chinese history called Yao Sun. One is called Yao, another is called Sun. They just developed a connection that is the system of the right conveyance. So, but after the 尧舜禅让之治 after this moment in the thousands years in the Chinese history, here is all the family system to control the power of the country. So actually, the democratic in the Chinese history occupy very low percent, but because the emperor would be afraid of the citizens to riot or insurrection, anything. So the emperor will do many policies which are beneficial to people. So especially in the beginning time in Chinese history, every dynasty in the beginning time are all very gorgeous, but because it is just the the son's success from the father, so the generation just switched. Finally, a dynasty's ending is because the emperor could not govern anymore. So when this time in the common social, here will be another power rising up, and then grasped out the power from the original dynasty and to develop another new dynasty. So if you discover the Chinese history, just like the Tang dynasty, the Song dynasty, the Yuan dynasty, every dynasty's first emperor will not be the last dynasty's officials. If you discover this, you will know that one dynasty arise and falling down is not concerned with another dynasty's arising and falling down. So that is a very interesting thing. If you want to create another new dynasty, if you want to, will you enter or participate in the original government? Will you? So if I want to conquer and to turn over the original government in the Chinese history, the first emperor usually is the component side to the original government. The original government, the new potential government is the opponent to the original government. So if the potential government leader wants to be the officer to the original government, that is very dangerous. So I'm so sorry. So actually in the Chinese history, the democratic concept is not very clear. So, but in the Western world, that's the video we talk about the Greek. So, and the Greek develop and create the concept of a citizen. The citizen's concept is very entirely clear. So it is the Western world can just talk about the people's affairs stuff very clearly, because they think in the Greek, the city-state policy everyone all has his or her right to participate in the whole city state's every activities, because the whole city state is composed of every person, so everyone has the right to participate the political affairs. So that's the video we talk about this. And then when the falling down, the great falling down, the another period of time arising up, that is the Rome Empire. The Rome is very, very, very extinguishing. Actually, I truly believe the Western world people's concept. Mostly, we cannot deny, and it is irreplaceable. Actually, to speak it frankly, the Western world people's concept is more correct and more moral. When we talk about morality, some people will think the morality maybe the Eastern world, the China people can hold more deeply, but actually I discovered in the history stories, if to talk about the Roman Empire, the Roman Empire created two main points that is very, very epoch making. One is the Roman Empire governed a very, very huge territory country. Another one is when the Roman Empire period, the athletes in the Roman Empire, these athletes, they just develop a concept. It's called all the people on the country are all the family member. I see the term in Chinese history is called 天下一家, but I think the concept is called every person in the country all has its own right, the basic right. Just like they can talk about their interest, or they can just have the right to run a business in a legal way, etc. So in the Roman Empire, we can see a very gorgeous history. But in the Eastern world, we just discover a period of time is very, very similar. When the Chinese history, 皇帝唐虞夏商周 dynasty Zhou, the dynasty Zhou later time, the 春秋战国, the 春秋 era, 战国 era, the whole China territory break up into 5 states or 8 states. But finally, the Zhou finished in the Qing dynasty, and we discover a very, very amazing and incredible era is called 秦始皇. Actually, before the 秦始皇, the emperor is called Huang or Di. but he feel he can combine all the state together and to make the whole territory entirely protected. So he wants to call himself 秦始皇. He is the 皇帝, the 皇 and the 帝. But in the Chinese history, he's not a good emperor. He's very, very rude and very, very abominable, and he's a tyrant. He's a tyrant. So he just done some things very, very inappropriate. He buried all the scholars. He buried the scholars who would tell his illness. Bury all the scholars or all the students in the college. Just you are students, you are professors, you are scholars, but you talk about the Qin Shi Huang's illness. You will be assigned to the punishment that is called bury you when you are still alive. You are still alive, but I bury you. So, and the Qin Shi Huang burned out all the very, very precious books, classical books, very important books. He wants to restrict and to avoid, prohibit all the comments which are resist to him. But in the Western world, the Roman Empire, the Roman Empire is very beautiful, and it lasts very long time. To compare with the Qin dynasty, the Qin dynasty just a few years, very few years, because it's a tyrant. But the Roman Empire is a very, very gorgeous period of time. So actually, it is the same to organize a very huge territory country. Rome Empire is the first experience in the Western world, and it is done very well. So how? It is very, very hard to work on the politics affairs when emperor has to control all the country, which the territory is very, very huge. So in order to make all the people can just obey all the rules, so the Roman people, Roman athlete, Roman officials has developed very, very systematical law mechanic. So, and another one very important point in the Roman Empire, one is they create a very giant territory empire. The two is they develop a concept is called every person in the country all has its basic right to do many things. Everyone is fair in the country. Everyone is fair in the country. And the third, the Roman Empire is the first period of time. the Western world just developed the concept of the law. The law, because the Roman Empire needs to govern such huge, giant country, empire. So the rule of the law must be very strictly. So that is why when the law's concept is just gradually very, very clear. So I want to say this. The politic is very precious. It needs some time. It needs sometimes the human beings sacrificing, and we have to touch and to come across. When the moment is right, we will discover what is right to the human being. Sometimes the time is always going, but we always do our things self. We don't know other things. We just do our things that people give us, or I just want to do. Who will just think about which is the most important or correct, that all the human being must go. So the politics is very, very precious. The politics is the products from the experience of the history. So just like the current time, I don't know if you discover, if you always chase after the news and all the videos that is issued from a very important organization of the world. Next year, 2024, is the presidential of the United States, the very giant country and the first top country of the world. So the 2024 is very close and it is very important. But people just to yell at it, and that is very noisy. They just want to know which road, which direction, which ends, which goal is the whole human being have to choose. But actually, in the current time, we still want to try, because we don't know about after thousands, billions years, the Earth will become what? And the solar system will become what? And how the technology can just develop to enough for us to conquer all the difficulties. So you have to recognize this. Why we order and we just decide any direction or way, we have to know about this, because the earth is the place we live in. So we have to know the earth very entirely, and we have to know the solar system. We can see that in the whole solar system, just the earth has the biology. Just has the biology, the human, the animal, the trees, the trees, the vegetable. The earth has so many and various biology. So you will wonder why, if to the final moment, the earth will just like the Venus, just like the Mars, Jupiter, or Uranus. So where we are, that time where we are. So we have to do one thing is to realize more and more about the universe. Just that we can use all the resources very perfectly. And then we just can order some rules that people have to compel. So that is very, very important that people have to know that, because here is still something that we have to adjust. So the technology is one side, but another is the laws of a country. Here are maybe 60 or 70, I don't know, 80 countries in the earth of the world, maybe 70 countries. So every country has its law. The law is very complicated, and the culture and the education and the financial activities and even the science development. So it is very complicated in the whole world. We have to adjust so many places and to make all the things under very steadily, perfect, peaceful, carefully. So we still not can sure what the direction we have to compel. So that is why so many scholars and many leaders of the organization always talk about something is we just insist on current time. Something is definitely right. And when the 2024, the United States presidential election is coming up, so the candidate is very, very busy about so many voters' question. So who can win the voters' vote? Who can solve the question in their brain? So that is very, very exciting. So what do you think about this? If the whole world in one moment time can combine once again, just like the Roman Empire or the Qing dynasties falling down, become the Han dynasty, the Tang dynasty, the Song dynasty, the Yuan dynasty, Roman Empire. If the once moment time, if the whole world, the earth can combine together, become a new giant empire. So who is the leader? And where all the people should go? We have to sit down and ponder, contemplate more, and to be more and more abstruse and to be wise and to be clarified. You have to stimulate all your nerve and to think about the whole world is combined. So what we should go. So that is very important. So when this time we just discover who can solve this question, who observe the most, who always observe the whole history and the whole affairs, who observe and to realize and to discover everyone's secrets, who can just participate in the giant, huge empire that is combined from all the earth, who can participate in the game. You can just see that it's just like a very adorable game. It's very useful and meaningful. Who can just participate the party, the ball? Who can just be invited in the banquet, the giant, huge, the most time, the world, all the country are combined together to become just one empire, the Earth Empire. Who can participate? Who? Just the one who observed the most, and always searching for the answer of every question, who always chased after people's secret, who can inspect, who can just testify. So I think here is always the person existed. I want to end in today's video, so I can just before this I have to announce again. Okay, I have to announce again. I don't have any contemplation or intention on certain very important character. Okay. Okay, and I have notified so many times I'm a single woman all the life. I don't know if one day I can find a love, but I'm single now currently, and I predict my single life will be lasted very long. Okay, in order to talk about this is in order to say that I recommended the anchors of the CNN. I really like the media, and I discovered the CNN has been very, very hard working. I observed about these years, maybe it is not a very long time, but actually when the 3 years ago and the three years after current time, the 3 years long time observing, the CNN has been very, very hard working, and they just fire some anchors, and here are new anchor to be another important position. So they just always do the adjustment. So if the media is a professional machine of observation, so who can just get a ticket in the Earth Empire, just participate in. I feel the media, the anchor is very appropriate. You can just lay the Anderson Cooper try, or the John King try, or the Wolf Blitzer try, or the Julia Chatterley try, or the Rosemary Church try, or the John Boss try. You can just Lily try. So that will be very, very interesting. Just participating, okay? Just participating. Who can participate to challenge the Earth Empire, to discover, to find out which road, which way, direction is the correct one the human being must go. So that is very interesting. So if I didn't modify the comments very well, I have to apologize to everyone here. maybe next time I can just amend it. If you discover here is some place not very appropriate. So okay, this is today's video. So I hope you can have a wonderful time. In Taiwan, it's the election campaign period of time. So next year, that is turn of the American United States. So that is very cheerful. Every day just like a carnival. So very exciting. Taiwan people is waiting for who will be the next president. And the United States is also just like the Taiwan's people, I think. But I think the United States people is more reasonable and calming down. I think the next years, who will win? That is depend on every wise citizens. Okay, thank you for your watching. See you next time. Bye bye.